Well, the poem song for today is Highway. My name is Michael Koran. This is, as I said, aha, a human among humans. Highway. Stay with love's way. When moved to stray, before our eyes will reach our dreams, beyond our schemes, letting love's play guide us always. So are we reaching our dreams beyond our schemes? Why not? Are we playing with what we're loving? Food, sleep, air, play like the play of a rope. Will we be at ease? Now the poem song I wrote, Ease of Trees. Eyeing the sky with ease of trees, swaying with breeze, with ease of trees, waiting for thee, with ease of trees, eyeing the sky with ease of trees. Well, let's get back to our poem song for today. So, love's way. Is gravity, love, the different parts, the earth loving us, keeping us on the ground? Is that part of the universe's love way? Why not? It's keeping us balanced. Where would we be without gravity? Now, love is hard. An old song by Dave Van Ronk. Oh, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's hard, hard, hard. To love one another and be true. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's hard, hard, hard. To love one another and be true. But we can do it, yes? What is it we're loving this year? I hope ourselves. Let's give ourselves a hug, and CCTV can know we're watching, you watch us. Wow, it even feels good doing it in front of you. One way to follow love's way is also hand on heart or hands on heart, or one palm toward your heart And one, can we feel it even from afar? Stay with love's way. Don't run away. We'll be surprised. Before our eyes will reach our dreams beyond our schemes, letting love's way, letting love's play guide us always. Now, do you find what's the relationship between boundaries and love challenging? They did some research on compassionate people. And according to one of the researchers, the one thing compassionate people had in common was boundaries of steel. I can tell you a story or two. Boundaries of steel to help love work. My mother was in a pretty bad marriage. D.H. Lawrence once wrote a wonderful short story, The Rocking Horse Winner. And the first paragraph was included, she married for love, but the love turned to dust. And what do you do then? Where's that nice love flow that was helping make the day possible? So my beloved mother, Evelyn Korn, the love did turn to dust between her and my beloved father, Charles Korn. And Mom was truly a terror. She would hit me all the time. I was kind of in the way, a firstborn. Why did you trap me in this marriage? And I need somebody to love me. And since my husband isn't, I nominate you. No one consulted me if I wanted the job. But in some ways I was asked to be a husband at about 3. Wasn't quite qualified. Or to bring up my beloved younger brother. I'll call Dan. Not particularly qualified to do so. Hurled into the job. Did love him. Needed too much of my childhood from him. Wasn't very kind. I didn't even know that. Let me help you grow up, Dan, in exchange for your life, because I don't have one. Well, sorry for that. Boy, do you notice how many things we do as we're growing up, decade after decade, and maybe if we're blessed, we can look back and say, oh my God. An old friend of mine, I don't see her anymore, wrote on Facebook, if we don't see what a fool we were 20 years ago, we're still a fool. Wow. What are the things we're most embarrassed about? I just fell asleep reading the Bible with a friend of mine on the phone last night. It was embarrassing. She said, are you sleeping? And I said, yes. Well, I think we might stop now. So, many, many, many things, if we're growing, we're embarrassed by. And some of us love a God who's growing and can be embarrassed by, he was. I'm sorry I flooded the world. I'm going to put a rainbow in the sky to remind me, do not flood humanity, no matter how bad we're behaving. We might need to hold you to that, beloved Lord. We might need to hold you to that. Love with boundaries of steel. So my very unhappy mother, who was hitting me with, until I was 15, most days I was in the way. And then with words after that. I decided in my late 30s, mid-30s, I did not want the verbal abuse anymore. I'd tell my mom, stop yelling and screaming at me, and she'd say, you're Hitler! Stop trying to control how I talk, you're Hitler! So I wrote her saying, I need a 4-year break, and then I'll be back. I guess I thought of freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year, and then I could graduate. And in those 4 years, I met my wife to be, my beloved first wife, Rabbi Pfeiffer Khan, who I wish well. So the 4 years come to an end. And I, just about before they were over, my father called me and said, your mom had a heart attack, please call her. Invite her to see you. Would do wonders for her. I said, okay, Dad. And invite my mother to Cambridge, who I hadn't seen for 4 years. Mopsy Strange Kennedy was kind enough to rent us her home for the summer. They were gone to their summer home. And after picking my mother up at the airport, I brought her to Mopsy's home. And my mother looks in the refrigerator and says, there's no food in the refrigerator. What kind of son are you? No food for your poor old mom? And my mother, who I hadn't seen for 4 years, as I said, I tell her, Mom, don't you think now that we're starting to relate again, we should talk more kindly to each other? And she says, you're Hitler! You're Hitler! You're trying to control how I talk! You're Hitler! And I say, Mom, I'm going to go to the store. I'll leave some food outside the door. I'll be back tomorrow. I expect that we can talk more kindly to each other now. And I come back in the morning, say good morning, and my mother, first time ever, says to me, Mike, you're right. I think we should talk more kindly to each other. And I drive her around Cambridge, and I can see her tongue between her lips. She's holding words in, something she's never done. And after a few days, she's so grateful. Thank you, Michael, for teaching me to speak more kindly to you and the family. No, my father unfortunately hadn't taught her that lesson. So this is one example of love, compassion, requiring boundaries of steel. It has worked again for another dear friend who was brought up as a single child, living in Europe with her mother whose husband had womanized away. My friend Dawn was used to getting everything she wanted as a child. They doted on her, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and of course mother. And Dawn has, since then, and then, expected any friend or husband to just give her what she wants. She's the special child. Well, I and many others of her friends found this extraordinarily difficult. Dawn would just keep asking for things. I pleaded with her, when I'm doing something for you, like driving you to the hospital, please don't ask me for anything else. But as you might have noticed, it's hard for people to change. However, if we have boundaries of steel, which I am learning, I told Dawn I will call you every night, which I do, 20 to 11, and only to pray. Don't ask me for anything. Please. She promised. She likes talking and not even talking, just praying. We have a very brief prayer each day. In every way, we're growing better and better and better and better. It's a prayer I used to pray with Dawn and my mother on my rooftop. And Dawn has added, and we're healing more and more and more and more and more and more. And we wish each other to sleep well. She's kind enough to remember to say, and may you remember your dreams and write them down, which is important to me. And then we say, Shalom, Shalom. I love you, Dawn. I love you, Michael. And we say good night. Occasionally Dawn slips, would you please help me? I just say, I love you, Dawn, with my boundaries of steel. I don't say, you promise not to ask for anything when I'm calling you or doing something for you. And this has worked well. Dawn and I love praying every evening. And Dawn could always call me after we hang up and ask for whatever she wants. She very seldom does that. So these are two examples of to stay with love's way, this great energy between earth and sky, between our bodies and the earth and sun. Boy, there's a lot of love going on. I wonder how conscious it is. I wonder if that love energy, can we join it? I mean, it is said that Jeshua was his name, and among the Jews, he was never called Jesus in his lifetime. I sometimes call him JJ. Could be with this love you can feel between the lilies of the field and the sky and the air, or the birds singing. Seem to be able to be with love's way. My, wouldn't that be nice? Just go with the flow of love. One of the secrets I learned in my 80th year, it took a long time. I knew it in my mind. In my mind, I knew to embrace the nothingness inside. There was a longshoreman, Eric Hoffa, who trusted me, wasn't an intellectual. And he said, most of us are afraid of the nothing inside. And it's so hard to hide from what isn't there. And that nothingness or spaciousness, which certainly I, and I think many of us, try to hide by talking. I think now I can be with my nothingness with you. I don't have to talk or talk fast. And that nothingness or spaciousness, the spaciousness out of which the Big Bang came, the dark energy and dark matter in our universe, no one knows what it is, but it's holding the universe together. Dark matter has a gravity. Dark energy has a power. So in our nothingness or spaciousness, maybe we could feel it like it's cradling us, like the universe is cradled before the Big Bang. Rock-a-bye, baby. Rock-a-bye, universe. In the treetops, when the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the cradle falls, down will come universe, cradle and all. Maybe we're rocked, like the song Rocking My Soul in the Bosom of Abraham. We're rocked in nothingness. And what if that nothingness is extraordinarily loving, like a womb giving birth to us? And so instead of being afraid of the nothingness inside, we can feel it as love moving us. We can join it. I've got plenty, and nothing's plenty for me. So being comfortable, reveling, wallowing in our nothingness. Wow. You don't have to say or do anything. Unconditional love from the nothingness. Maybe this will help us both set our boundaries between us and people in order to be more compassionate when they're not irritating us by asking too much or yelling and hitting us. Boundaries can help that delicious spaciousness spread as love flow in us first, between us and others. And maybe this will help us. Highway. Stay with love's way. Don't run away. We'll be surprised before our eyes. We'll reach our dreams beyond our schemes, letting love's play guide us always. The play of love is relaxed as a rope, right? So the Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu, great documentary, they love being mischievous. They love playing. I guess if we're comfortable in the spaciousness that loves us, then it's way, way easier to play. So I pray for much playful love